Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, or whatever, or wherever you are. So I'm just having a little ride around in Milton Keynes. Just going out for the evening, just to have a ride around. Milton Keynes is about an hour's ride away from me, so I thought, I used to live here, so I thought I'd have another little look around. Haven't been here for a long time. And I'm out on, well, I haven't done a video on this bike before. It's a Yamaha FZ1. And I haven't really been out in it much at all recently because I've been at work, and then when I'm not at work I'm just converting a camper van, so I'm just working on that. So I haven't really had much time with bikes at all lately. I'd normally be buying and selling quite a few, but that's all sort of fallen by the wayside just until I get my van done. So I've only just got this one bike, just this Yamaha FZ1. If you follow my channel, you know I buy and sell quite a few, and I quite often have a few bikes on the go at once. But to just have one bike, this isn't a bad compromise at all. It does a bit of everything. It's a nice, fast, sporty bike. It's got an upright position. It's comfortable. It's great just for going in and out of work. So yeah, it ticks all the boxes. It's very, very fast. It's got a Yamaha R1 engine, which I think has been slightly detuned. Yeah, but it'll still get you into a lot of trouble. It's not too bad. Like pottery, going around town like this, going around the city like this, when you're not really going over 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 revs, it's quite easy to handle. It's not a mad snarling beast or anything like that. But get higher up in the rev range, up to 8, 9, 10,000 revs. Oh man, I tell you, it's a completely different animal then. It just rips your arms out of the sockets. It's addictive. It really is. So what's the good and the bad things about this bike? Well, one of the good things is the power. It is, like I said, it is fantastic, the amount of power this thing has. It's 150 brake horsepower, and yeah, like I said, lower revs, it's not too bad. Go up to the higher revs and it just takes off. It's fantastic. It's so good at that. And I like having a 4-cylinder bike. I haven't had a 4-cylinder bike for a long time. I know people say there's twins and V-twins or whatever, and triples and all that. Oh, they've got so much character. But I like the silky smoothness of a 4-cylinder bike. When you ride it slowly, fuel economy isn't too bad. It's not brilliant, but it's not too bad. But as soon as you start leathering it, oh man, you can see the fuel gauge moving. It drinks fuel, and there's not a huge fuel tank either. So going in and out of work, I'm in traffic a lot of the time, and the occasional time I can manage to get out of traffic, I cane it. I've got a couple of miles stretch, countryside stretch that I if I can get a clear road, I fly along in and out of work. But that sort of riding, I'm not getting much more than 100 miles out of a tank. I'm not sure how different it would be if you're going touring on it. Speaking of touring, that's something I like to do. I haven't done it on this bike. I don't think this bike would be great at it. Not that it's not comfortable or anything like that. There's not really any tie down places to put stuff on. It's not very practical as a tourer. Yeah, it's got the upright riding position and blah blah blah, but it's not like there's not lots of little hooks and things to tie things onto. And I suppose you could just put on a top box and and then with the rack for the top box and all that, you've got things to tie onto then. But generally speaking, I don't think it's not a brilliant tourer. It's more sports bike than tourer. My last bike was a Triumph Sprint 1050. Now that was a proper sports tourer, more on the touring side, whereas this one's definitely more on the sports side. So that's what I wouldn't even say it's a negative. For me, I think it's a little bit of a negative, but I'm sure lots of people wouldn't see it that way. Quite like Milton Keynes. It does get a very bad rap, but you've got everything here. Easy to get around. You've got lots of parks. We've got a system here called the Redway, which is like a series of cycle paths. So you can basically go anywhere. You can go from one side of Milton Keynes to the other without even touching a road. Just going on the Redways, which I think is great. I quite like it. It's got lots of roundabouts, which are nice on the bike. And speaking of roundabouts, that's one thing this bike loves. It's great handling. That's one of the very big plus points of this bike. It does handle really well. I mean, you can really throw it round corners. The bottom half of the riding position is quite sporty. Like, I think the pegs are quite high. Now I know I'm quite lanky, but even allowing for that, the pegs are very, very high. One thing I do love about this bike is the way it looks. I'll pull in here and let's go down. Let's just pull in here. And I'll give you a little tour around it. Right, so is that or is that not a beautiful looking bike? Personally, I think it looks to business. I don't think it's standard. Well, they did come in this sort of Yamaha purplish blue, it's what it's called. And some of them did come with gold wheels, but I don't think they were quite as gold as these wheels. These wheels have been obviously powder coated and changed afterwards. I'm not sure, I don't know. Some people have said they're a little bit too blingy, but I like them. I do like them. And I like those decals. I think it might have been in an accident at some stage. Simply because it's just all being repainted. Like, for example, these inner parts here are normally black, so that's all been painted. The wheels have been redone, and it just looks too clean. Well, it looks too clean for its age. What's very annoying is there's the carbon bit there was another carbon bit here, and it's only just the other day I've lost that. I did hear it coming off, but I didn't think anything of it, and when I got home I realised it was gone, and then realised, oh, I know what that noise was then. And this is broken there. Well, it's been fixed and it's all good and secure, but that's a little bit annoying. It's 300 quid for a new back for a new back bit there like that to fix that. So I don't know if it's worth spending 300 quid there, I don't know. But yeah, there she is. So my verdict on the Yamaha FZ1. I really like it. I love it for this sort of just riding around town like this. Great for commuting in and out of work. I love the way it looks. I love the power. Yeah, there's lots of things to like about it. If I was keeping it long term, I don't know if I'd want to go to, like last year for example, we rode down to Spain. I don't think I'd like to ride to Spain on this. It's okay, it's comfortable enough for an hour or so. My bum isn't getting sore then, but I can start to feel it a bit. Like I said earlier, the pegs are quite high, for just for me, for my size, so they are a little bit high, so my legs are a little bit scrunched. Not too bad, but they are a bit. Yeah, so I wouldn't like it for touring, but everything else about it, yeah, I love it. It's very old school as well. It's very very analog. There's no electronics on it whatsoever. Not even ABS. There's nothing. No ABS, no traction control, nothing like that. On the dash here, I don't know how well you can see the dash. There's a little speedo. Let's go in here. Let's go to Taco Bell. I haven't been to Taco Bell for so long. Yeah, there's a clock and there's a little fuel gauge, and that's about it. Nothing special. But that's quite good, I guess. That, you know, like just going back to the way things were, where you don't have electronic everything, and you're being kept out of trouble by the electronics. So the Yamaha FZ1 gets a big thumbs up from me. Yeah, I love that bike. I can see me keeping that for a little while. Taco Bell's, first time I've been here. Yeah, it's nice. Got myself a loaded fries. Can't remember what this is called, a burrito. Crispy chicken burrito. Iced tea. All very nice as well. So yeah, lovely evening here in Milton Keynes, just riding around. Really enjoying it, and hope you enjoyed the video. All right, take care then, bye bye.